Hi, I'm Tom Taylor, and this is my netlogx guide for change. 2020's been different, and part of that has been exacerbated by the fact that I work remotely from netlogx now. I graduated in 2018 from the University of Salford in Manchester, or Greater Manchester, here in England. I have a multimedia journalism degree with honors, and I use most of the stuff I got from that degree in helping with sort of various tasks at the netlogx offices. In the past, I've been the gopher. I have done, if there's an odd job and task that you could have attributed to somebody in netlogx, the odds are I have done it. I have tidied cabinets and shot video and edited work and edited content for our social media. I mean, I even built desks way back when, like IKEA kit desk that we worked on. So I've kind of done a little bit of all of it. I've had a lot of hats over the years, and that hasn't changed so much this year. I still get up to a lot of different tasks. I'm helping out with kind of content stuff. I'm trying to revamp our kind of social media presence, kind of tweaking the iconography of netlogx on different social media platforms. I'm also working on some documents behind the scenes where I'm kind of helping organize and define different titles we have within netlogx, try to smooth things through and make sure they are all set for 2021, absolute efficiency with that. The challenge with working remotely is kind of finding the time to do the work in a way that you can deliver properly and get everything set up while still either living in one of two time zones. So I found myself, especially in busy weeks, the UK is currently in a lockdown as of the time of recording this, the first week of November, and will be until the first week of December foreseeably. And so part of the challenge is when I live isolated like this, is I sometimes find myself falling into the US time zones, that East Coast, and slotting into Indiana. So that 1.5 week window, pretty much, where it was like we had daylight savings time changing here, and we reduced that time difference to 4 hours. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I got an extra hour on everyone back in Indy. That was fun. But on the whole, it's been tricky. I find myself at my computer on my own in my apartment a lot, and trying to make things go. I'm very grateful for the system that the folks at netlogx kind of come up with. I've never had trouble getting hold of anyone. If I have questions, they get answered, and the team and the leadership has been kind of what keeps this working. I think I would have had a lot harder time in an organization that didn't value making sure that we were all still working well as people, as well as working well during this year, because it's been tough, right? Things are not normal this way, and in a lot of ways, I miss building desks back in Indianapolis because it was familiar. I hope that the work I'm doing in 2020 helps going forward, and as things get better again and changes get made back home, where maybe soon enough people will be meeting face to face. Maybe the offices will be up and going again, and full and busy. And I'll probably still be working remotely, but with everything that's been going on, and with how netlogx and its leadership has handled kind of supporting me personally, and handled helping me understand what I can do to give people a hand in this time, I've kind of still been able to keep the title of being the gopher, and looking after odd jobs. I just do it a little differently this year. I gotta say, final thoughts on it all. I don't know how we'd do it without video calls. I don't know how we'd do it without shared documents and keeping everything nice and organized. But most importantly, I don't know how to do it all without the folks that advise me. Super quick, especially large thank you to Steph Sponsel. Steph has been, over the years that I've been the gopher, has also been the person who oftentimes gives me advice on how to work on some of these things. So without her, her kind of leading the charge, I don't know how we'd all be doing it. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the organization as a team. If I, it's easy for a lot of people to feel lonely and isolated when you're locked up in an apartment on your own, doing work. And if you're not, seeing the folks you work with on a regular basis, sometimes it can get kind of out of hand. So it's nice that every now and then you get people who reach out and touch base. Yeah. Here's to next year. Here's to things getting better and improving. And I'm glad I went through the experience of going through all this change, because netlogx was there to help me out.